Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you all are having a great day. I told myself I'm going to put together all of the cabinets before the end of the day, and then tomorrow I'll do all the face frames, and then I can start sanding and painting them on Friday. And then when I go back up the road for the draft and stuff, I'll have all of them put together and finished, and I can just do the big pantry cabinet and the cabinet over the refrigerator and be done. So I was going at a great pace until the wife is doing some cleaning up in the house, of course, which means we all cleaning up in the house. And so she said, why don't you sweep the floor upstairs in your man cave? It's like, okay, all right. Hold on, I gotta get this edge off real quick. Hold up. Okay. Had a burr on there that I needed to get off before I try and put the top piece on to make sure it's square. So I'm get sidetracked because I had to go upstairs and make sure my upload was uploaded, and that's where I got hit by the missus on I need you to do this, this, and this. And so for about the last hour I've been doing honeydew shit. But you know, as every man out there knows, if mama ain't happy, we're all screwed. All right, and not in a good way screwed. So I'm sitting here minding my own business, and this is the amazing thing to me is I sit here and I mind my own business, okay? I talk about the Dallas Cowboys and the Cowboys only. I don't go on other channels trying to start any crap. I got that guy Jay Maxwell who's always coming in and telling me how I'm a hypocrite and how much Dak Prescott sucks and Niners gang for life, bang bang Niner gang, and all that other crazy crap. And again, I'm just sitting here minding my own business, trying to keep my wife happy by sweeping the floor and taking some stuff that I'm using up there out the way, okay? And Philly 500 sends me a text message about Jalen Hurts. How somebody decided that Jalen Hurts is on a list of the top 100 most influential people in America or something like that. Some crazy list like that. Great, okay. So, first of all, we're talking about a magazine. When was the last time you read a magazine? Magazines aren't even relevant in America anymore. But be that as it may, congratulations on Jalen Hurts being relevant in a magazine. But here's where it gets to be funny, because Philly 500 has to always do extra shit. So he's up in here and he's blow-baiting about how great Jalen Hurts is and how he is just a winner. And even though he's on a great team and stuff, he's literally saying he's better than Pat Mahomes. He literally said that. He said he's better than Pat Mahomes. And then he started, of course, going in on Dak Prescott and things, and, you know, basically telling you that everything is only about winning. Well, Dak does win against you guys. I'm just saying. But be that as it may, here's where it's funny, and I'm going to play the clip right here, and then I'm going to react to it, okay? I'm going to react to it. I've got to cut a piece of wood here while you watch, okay? I got to cut the support piece that you screw it onto the wall with, okay? And the backer, all right? Here, you watch.
Watching these people have to accept that Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl, was the MVP, and he did it with his arm. But as time has gone on, you have seen the delusion, the denial has even gotten worse and worse. You got guys like Chase Daniel, career backup, saying he wouldn't even start Jalen Hurts as one of his, top 10 quarterbacks or something if he had to start a franchise. These people have lost their minds. Jalen Hurts is better than them all. He is better than them all. There is an argument to be made about Jalen Hurts versus every other quarterback in this league. That's right, every other one. Even Patrick Mahomes. Because if you look at matchups head-to-head, Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes, guess what? Jalen Hurts outplays him, even in the loss in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts is a stone-cold killer. He's a killer, all right? When I used to talk about the Sixers back when they had Jimmy Butler, and I was like, you can't let him go. He's a stone-cold killer. He comes through in big moments. You don't let guys like that go. You know, guys like Kobe Bryant. Jalen Hurts is that. He outplayed him. So Jalen Hurts has beaten these guys. He's beaten the Josh Allens. He's beaten the Patrick Mahomes. He does. And you want to say, oh, they have a great team. You have a great team. And who can't win with that team? That's such bull crap, okay? Saquon Barkley didn't have 200 yards in the Super Bowl. If you put Dak Prescott on the Eagles last year, Dak Prescott's not winning. They're not beating the Rams. They don't get out of that game. Okay, the truth of the matter is there's guys who are big game quarterbacks and there are guys that are not big game quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts is a big game quarterback. And when you see these teams and these players and these quarterbacks go out and they put up these huge statistics.
So, first of all, Philly 500 knew exactly what he was doing. Okay, he must be bored, so he decides he's going to call me out intentionally, okay? He's going to call me out and then start talking about my quarterback. Now, I'm not going to go through and say that Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback because he is a good quarterback. That's not in dispute. But here's the thing. You can say that Saquon wasn't a factor in the Super Bowl. That Saquon didn't get any yards. But see, here's the thing. Let me give you an example. I believe it was Terrell Davis. I think it was Terrell Davis. Terrell Davis, who was knocked the F out. Literally knocked the F out. And they told him to go back in, and he's like, I was knocked out. I don't know where I am. And they said, it's okay because you're going to be a decoy. And they put him out there because they knew the defense was going to react to him, which gave John Elway the time to make the game-winning throw. And that's exactly what happened with Saquon Barkley in the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley, the Chiefs knew we can't let Barkley beat us. And they came out and they said, we're putting 8 men in the box. We might lose to Jalen Hurts, but we're not going to lose to Saquon Barkley. Okay? We're not going to lose to Saquon Barkley. And they literally put everybody on the line to stop him. Now, that's great in theory, but the quarterback still has to deliver. And I'm not going to say that Jalen Hurts didn't deliver because he did. But you have to understand, because Saquon Barkley was such a threat, you had to account for him. Now, if it had been the case where Saquon didn't play in the game, Saquon was out because he was injured, and then Jalen Hurts performed like that without having Saquon as a threat, I would give you all props and say, yeah, he doesn't need Saquon Barkley. But having him out there is the thing. Now, here's what's even funnier and more even hypocritical. Because, Philly, you know what you were doing. You called me out. You called me out. You wanted this, Philly. I'm sitting here you know, I'm just getting over losing my dad. Okay? I'm just getting over that. I'm finally getting back to work and getting, you know, doing things because I've been depressed for weeks, man. And it's not, okay, beyond the Cowboys. I've been depressed losing Poppy, my father-in-law, and then losing my dad. And I finally got out here, a little chilly, but doing some work. Look, I got all these cabinets that I'm working on, right? Look, you see all these cabinets? I got all the cabinets. I got one more to put together, one more left to go, and the sun's going down. I'll get up tomorrow morning, and then I can work on putting the rest of these together. Minding my own business, not doing anything to anybody, not calling out 49er fans. Y'all keep coming after me. But here's the thing that's so crazy and how hypocritical you are. When you say that Dak Prescott couldn't have won the game against the Rams, when your quarterback was 15 of 20, only had to throw 20 passes. Mind you, he didn't throw an interception, but he certainly didn't throw a TD. He had 128 yards. 128 yards. That's it. With the weapons that he had. But Saquon Barkley, Saquon, that mother humper, rushes for 205 and 2 TDs. Come on, man. Philly, congratulations, chump, on winning the Super Bowl. Okay, you got it. But to act like Jalen Hurts won that by himself, to say that basically what you're trying to say is you put Jalen Hurts on any team out there, they're going to win the Super Bowl. And that's where you're full of crap, man. Come on, man. Be for real. Stop the damn madness, dog. Stop the madness. This is how many cabinets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got one more to go. 10. 10. You crazy, Philly. You crazy. Put the crack pipe down, dog. Alrighty, good people. As always, I appreciate you. Philly. That mother humper. Y'all still here? Peace.